understand this yet. I'm trying to figure out my levels. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. There we go. So we're going to go into this part of the sky. I'm just making a very small, quick video here, just to tell you guys, if you're doing this, I understand that you think this is a really fun function for some people, but let me just say this. Being that the game was designed a certain direction, and it was made so that way you were to make friends in the game, this is an enabling situation that's making people think this is a good idea. It is not. Do not be these people, whoever these people are. Hopefully they will get tired of playing the game, or the game itself, as far as TGC, if you actually watch my videos. If you make this decision to actually change the way the function is of this will stop. Okay, as we continue on, I'm trying to be very adult right now because obviously this is the thing that a lot of people will just fly off the handle and get really stupid about. I don't want you guys to be like, oh, he's being mean to us. No, I want you to understand from an actual physical perspective of how the game plays, this is not a good thing. People think it is because they're trying to help others. I get that. Yes, it's a giving game. Everybody wants to give. Everybody wants to give till their heart's content. I give it. All that kind of credit. I understand the game works that way. I get it. Okay, but there's also a very big underlining tone that's making this a bad situation. Okay, I know a lot of you all think, what's he talking about? Let's just dive right in. Let's get to the point where you can see what I'm talking about, okay? So let's just move on over to the position and go to the place in which I'm going to talk about this. Okay, this is a two-person door. This is a two-person door. It's designed this way. It's designed for a purpose. It's designed to bring people together. It's designed to make people have to work as a team. It is your first interactional setup that works with another person inside the game. This gives you ample amount of times to say to yourself, yes, I need to make friends with this person. Yes, I need to make somebody work with me in the game because the game is going to progress and it's going to get to be a point where you need to have people to actually play the game with. Okay, or the game becomes very, very lonely. Okay, that's the underlying tone I'm trying to bring up, and I want people to understand this. The more that you look at these things that are actually going to happen, the memory setups, when people are putting down as many of these memory setups that they're putting down with these camera functions that are able to open up doors because you go through the wall as you're in the camera function for the memorizing, or for the memory, it works as a physical property that actually is recognized by the trigger that's in the actual setup, so that way you can open the door from the outside in and inside out. Okay, there's triggers for reasons. The reasons why they're there to make you actually use the system that they've made. So that's the one thing that gets me is why is it that people think it's a good idea to help one single person instead of making that person have to wait and interact with somebody, which the game was designed to do that in the first place. But yeah, we take that away from them from the beginning. They don't even know what they're doing in the game. They just hit that and all of a sudden it opens the door and they're like, yay, I can go here. No, this should be a situation where you need to be interacting with other players. That means using the systems that are in the game, making very valid choices, talking to people on the different scopes, basically external or internal, with inside the game, outside the game, whatever it takes to make it happen. You need to have those kinds of interactions and experiences for the game to make sense. Now, if you're just running around aimlessly with no intent of actually being a part of somebody else's gameplay, play a different game. It's very simple. It's a very simple thing to think about. If you're playing this game because you want to interact with other people, why is it that we're using functions from other players that don't interact with us at all, in which therefore, yes, we can become friends with them afterwards because of the situation, but it's not a good way of going about playing the game in the first place. So those people who are doing this are abusing the actual system. So why would you want to play with somebody who's an abuser of the system? That's just going to make you play it in a bad way, and you're not going to like the game, you're not going to enjoy the game, you're not going to be a part of the game. You're going to be what we call a non-player character game player, because you don't have to play with anybody else. You're all by yourself. This is what I'm trying to convey here is, if you're playing a game that's supposed to be a social, multi-platformed, MMO standard game, and you're trying to find ways of getting out of playing with multiplayer systems, stop playing this game, because it doesn't mean anything to you. You're literally making yourself look dumb. So every time that I see one of these things that's right in front of me, obviously you see these memory candles, the moment I see this is not engineering goodness, this is engineering flaw, okay? This is not helping somebody, this is enabling somebody to get into a bad habit, okay? This is what they're doing. They're letting you think that this makes sense for you to go and make these decisions, to open doors, to make these type of things happen in-game because of the situation that there's a hiccup in the game. See, that's the thing. It's like the game makes a mistake, it happens, but you're exploiting it. So at that, there should be penalty. There should be people actually who are monitoring. There are people that are actually administrating penalties for the situation of what's happening here. This is why I report. Even if it doesn't become a situation that happens now, it should happen in the future. So therefore, if you guys see this video and you go, oh, I wonder why he's such a mean person. It's like, no, I'm doing this for the good of the people who are brand new to the game. Keeping it as simple and basic as it was when it first started. Don't make it more complex than that. If you guys think that I'm here to be like, Debbie Downer, you're doing the worst job ever. You guys suck. I don't like you. It's like, no, you're not keeping with inside the system of what the game is supposed to be, because that's the way it was designed in the beginning. Now, if you're evolving the game because you think it's funny or it's fun or whatever you want to call it, you're wrecking the game for other players, because other players are trying to learn how to play the game the way that it was intended to be played. And you're making it worse by giving them opportunities they don't need. They need to do the things that everybody else, like yourself, you went through the game the same way. You did the same things as everybody else. You did all the struggling to get to the points, to understand the game, to figure it all out, right? Why are you enabling the next person who's coming in the door not to have those experiences, not to be a part of those things, not to have that adventure, not to be a part of that struggle and triumph and conquer it and learn? Instead, you've given them the easy path, which they do not know you're giving them the easy path because you do not have any accountability to what you're doing. You just did it because you thought, I'm helping. You're not helping. So stop trying to help them. Especially when it comes down to these functions that are happening in the game that need to be fixed anyway. They will become habits that are not forming in a right way for new people anyway. They will get tired of playing the game this way. Because before you know it, they will be doing exactly what I just said. They'll be playing by themselves, never interacting with anybody, never having any experiences, and never being a part of anybody else's adventure. So stop this now. Thank you very much. That was my talk. That's my video. That's my thoughts. Thank you very much. Have a great day.